Hi YouTube, I am back to do Kaleigh's 4-month review, and I am a little behind in doing that, and I apologize. We have had nothing but doctor drama. So, anyway, for those of you that don't know, her pediatrician that we originally had up and just randomly was gone from the practice. Before her 2-month shots, we got a phone call the day of, I think it was, or maybe it was the day before, saying that he was no longer with the practice, and they wouldn't tell me, specifics, and they just wanted me to reschedule with a different doctor at the place, and I really only liked that pediatrician, so I opted not to, so I had to find a different one. So anyway, so this doctor's medical assistant, we went in for her 4-month shots, and she gave her the flu shot on accident. I had talked to the doctor about it, just asking if he recommended it, what his opinion was on it, that kind of stuff. And he had noted in the charts that he had talked to me about it. And she came in, but she came in with, her other shots. And so I didn't question what she was giving her, which I guess is partially, my bad. From now on, I definitely will be double checking. And gave her the shots, and she was really fussy and like screaming because we went in the morning, and at I think it was 3 o'clock, she finally fell asleep, and I got a phone call, and it was my doctor's medical assistant stating that she had given her the flu shot on accident. She wanted me to check the area and make sure that it wasn't really red. And for those of you that don't know, the flu shot, you have to wait till 6 months. And, the only reason why they ask you to wait is because it's basically unnecessary pain, and you run the risk of an allergic reaction to the eggs. And because the baby has the mom's antibodies until they're 6 months. So, I mean, luckily it wasn't anything worse. She just was put through unnecessary pain. And so, anyway, I told the medical assistant, I was like, I'm not waking her up right now. She's sleeping. She was in a bunting type thing. And I was like, I just got her down, and I'm going to let her sleep. And so I'm going to have to call you back. So I finally, when she woke up, I checked, and it was, it was a little red, but not too red. And anyway, so I ended up calling the doctor's office back, and of course my doctor and the medical assistant that, made the mistake wasn't there, and so I had to explain my story 10 million times. It was just kind of a nightmare. So yeah, we won't be going back, I don't think. And I feel bad because I love that doctor. It's totally not the doctor's fault, but the medical assistant still works there. So that's that. Anyway, so she measured 25.5 inches long and 16 pounds, you guys. She's huge. I just actually bought her first set of size 2 diapers. I had only put her in these at night, and when we go out for long periods of time. The rest of the time she's in cloth, and I might have to do a separate video for cloth. But anyway, so she's like 3/4 of the way rolling over. She rolls over, doesn't really know what to do with her arm, and she hates being on her stomach. So she rolls over, she arches her back and does her little leg thing and rolls over, and then fusses about rolling over, and then just flips back onto her back. It's actually kind of funny. Let's see, and we ended up trying her on rice cereal for the first time a couple days ago. The doctor told me at my 4-month checkup, or her 4-month checkup rather, that we could start her. And I was like, wow, it seems awfully soon. And he said, yeah, especially since she's bigger, if it seems like she's not satisfied with the formula, so just be watching for it. And she does drink a fair amount of formula, but it's part of growing. And so what we did is we used to put her in her cradle swing, and we would turn it towards the table, and she would just sit, because she could see us, and she would sit in her cradle swing and swing while we ate. And so in preparation, we put her at the table in the bumbo, because we haven't even bought a high chair. And actually the bumbo works really well, so I don't know if we will buy a high chair anytime soon. But we put her in the bumbo, and it has a little tray, and I think I uploaded the videos of her eating. But anyway, and she totally started watching our food like hawks. She was like, So I gave her spoon to play with, her baby spoons to play with. Totally started gumming them. And so then I took the spoon and I started putting it in her mouth, like pretending like I was feeding her with nothing on it. And she totally would take the spoon and suck on it. And then she'd kind of look at me, you know, be like, there's nothing on it. And so I was like, wow, she might be ready. So she kept doing that. So we finally just decided to try it out. And she, you know, like I said, watch the video. She did a pretty good job with it. And then we took her swimming last Friday for the first time, and she liked it. She loves the bath still. So that was a lot of fun. I think we're going to do that every Friday because she slept. The recreation swim is at 7:10 at night, and so we went from 7:10 and she lasted until 8:30, which is when it's over. And she slept, you guys, until we got home. She slept from 9:30 to 6:45, took her bottle, went right back to sleep, and slept until 10:30. So she obviously was tired out from the swimming. So we'll see if that's a reoccurring thing or not. But I really enjoyed the swimming. I thought it was great. And she can start Mommy and Me classes in the water at 6 months. So we're going to look into that and look into like the Mommy and Me little gym classes too. So I'm totally stoked. Anyway, and so her feet finally have started growing, you guys. She has the tiniest feet ever. So remember, keep in mind, she's almost 26 inches long and over 16 pounds now. She finally outgrew her first set of shoes that she's ever outgrown. These are newborn size, and they're Gerbers, and they're tiny. I mean, like, there's my hand. And I went to try them on for her because she needs them for her Halloween costume, and of course, they were too small, and I was like, so now your feet decide to grow when I actually, like, want you to wear the shoes. And so, anyway, these are, like, the ones that she's wearing now. They're still a little too big because she can kick them off, but they're little size ones. And then she still fits into these. And last time she wore them, she kicked them off still, but they're a little gap up to 3 months, but they are still, like, too big on her. And then these are my favorites. They're her little Pumas. She has them in size 2 as well. And these, I fit her. I put her in thick socks and put these on her because these stay on her the best because they Velcro. And she can't kick them off because they're Velcroed on the top. But they're... and then these we got for my cousin's wedding because he had a Converse wedding and they're too big. Converse run big, so if any of you moms out there looking at Converse, make sure to try them on your kid because these are ones, but her feet are like to here. It's really funny. But yeah, they're little all-stars. Are adorable. I love these. Anyway, and let's see what else. She's in cloth diaper when we're at home, and when we go out for just a couple hours at a time, I keep her in cloth. She went to the pumpkin patch, and the patch, like where we live, it's a patch, and then there's like a corn maze, and then there's rides. It's like a mini fair basically. Food, pony rides, that kind of stuff. And so we went with our family, and she had a blast. She was so good. And we have turned her around, in the Bjorn now to where she faces out, so she loves to look at stuff. Just loves it. And it's really cute. Drools like crazy, is definitely starting to teethe. Just from the way she acts. She's not too fussy, but we go through like 4 or 5 bibs a day because she drools so much. And I only buy the waterproof like Jibble bibs from Carter's and Oshkosh, I think are the 2 main brands that I buy. Totally drools and tries to mouth everything. Loves to play with her toys, is actually getting bored of some of her toys. Loves to be read to and look at the pictures and the books. What else? She outgrew her 3-month clothing and is now moving into her 3 to 6. And I don't know if you guys can see my mess around, but we just went on like this huge shopping spree and got her some more clothes. Well, it sounds like she's waking up. But yeah, I think that's it. I'll add more if I can remember, but I have to go see to my child. Oh, unless it was a false alarm. Nope, she's awake.